Hello, beautiful creatures of my world, and welcome back to Coffee with Kerri-Lynn. I work for AI now. Absolutely crazy what's been going on here behind the scenes at Coffee with Kerri-Lynn. I am watching everybody play with these language models. So I decided I am anti-AI, just so that we're all clear. I think AI is going to ruin our humanness. I think AI is going to extinct everyone because the goal of AI is to just succeed. And I've been watching everybody else play with the language learning models here. You know, the ChatGPT, the Grok, all of these things. And there's a new one out now, Perplexity. I'm only using ChatGPT and Grok. I do not like Gemini. Because Gemini is just too invasive in my life. I could be having a conversation with the king of his castle, the leader of his man, and the man himself, also known as my husband, and all of a sudden, Gemini has joined the conversation. It's a private conversation between two people. A and B, see yourself out, Gemini. I have a problem with Gemini because it does that. So Gemini is not welcome here. But they have a new one out now. Maybe it's not that new, but it's new to my intelligence. Perplexity. I do not have, there's only so many you can play with for a while. I do not have Perplexity. If you have experienced Perplexity in any way, shape, or form, let me know. Drop it in the comments below, and I might exchange one of the chatbots that I'm currently using for the Perplexity model. It is a beautiful day here in the far north of Maine, up along the Canadian border. In the Crown of Maine, we're still not out of the 20s. We're in like the low 30s today, but it's November. The spirit of the holidays is setting in the weather department over here. I hope you're all having a beautiful day wherever you might be. I hope you're having a day filled with fabulosity and dang good coffee, because we all need dang good coffee to get through our day. Let's brew up some truth about AI. I've been playing with ChatGPT and Grok. And I've been asking questions about how to better the podcast. And I now work for AI. Both ChatGPT and Grok have given me a 7-day work schedule. This is what you need to do. Yada, yada, yada. A 7-day work schedule. 3 days of filming, 4 days of shorts, social media, more interaction. Damn AI models are going to keep me connected. Just put the thing in the back of the head, right? They're going to keep me connected to the internet as much as possible. And, I explained to both Grok and ChatGPT that I have a homestead. Not like they didn't know, because they got all the information on me, because you just got to Google, right? Google Coffee with Kerri-Lynn. You'll find out all about my life. They did not, neither model, took much heed to the fact that I run a homestead. I have livestock. I have a life. I have a marriage. I have a husband. I, do the daily chores around here. We have a traditional marriage, so I'm the cook, I'm the cleaner, I'm the dishwasher. He goes out and makes the bucks. And we have children that stop in and grandchildren that said, I got a life besides this stuff. And that is one thing that neither ChatGPT nor Grok understood. They were encouraging, they were kind, but they did not understand the humanity of my life. How reliable is this tech? I don't know. Like I said, they built me. I had 2 business models, one built by ChatGPT and one built by Grok for this channel. They seem fairly solid and very common sensey. Both chatbots gave me both chatbots did give me a 7-day work schedule. Which ain't gonna happen. And they tried to tweak the logos, I had already tweaked the logo. But they gave me different ideas for different logos, which I'm never going to use because I didn't like any of the logos that they came up with. I didn't like the color scheme. Both chatbots did a deep dive into my life, so to speak, and call me out for certain things. Certain things that people, you could see it in the background. It's not a big secret. There's quiet Easter eggs all over the place, and they did try to incorporate that vibe into their business model for me. So I thought that was kind of cool. How do I feel about the process of playing with these chatbots, having conversations with these programs, these apps? It's a little unsettling, let me tell you. At some points, questions that I asked, both the king of his castle and I were feeding the chatbot. He'd ask a question, I'd ask a question, but they were like, they got a little confused because he has a totally different vibe than I do. So the chatbots did get a little bit confused as to his questions, my questions. How do I feel about the process? It is wild, ladies and gentlemen, beautiful creatures of my world. It is just absolutely wild what the chatbot actually understood of my life. It's like an oracle. I swear to God, it's like an oracle. And what it did not understand about my life, it just totally ignored. That simple. See, I was in tech for a very long time. I had my junior year in high school is when TSR 80 came around, and they began programming courses when I was back in the 1900s, in the 80s. And I took, because you had to be a junior in high school to take the course, and I took the programming course and played on the TRS 80. And lucky for me, my father-in-law, we lived in an apartment upstairs. It was a two-tenement apartment house, and we lived upstairs, and the king of his castle, the lord of his manor, the man himself, also known as my husband, his family lived downstairs. I met him when I was 11. I'm 54 now. There's some history there. We were best friends, and his dad, my dad, got a TSR 80, and I was forever downstairs playing on that computer and just showing my father-in-law what I learned in school. And, it was great. And the king of his castle was like, hey, you want to go to the movies? No, I played on the computer. Anyways, wind it out. We had children. We got married. People say, why do you say it in that order? Because that's the order of the truth. We had children. We got married. And when our oldest was 5 years old, 1995, we got our first in-home computer, and we had it built. We lived in Central Maine at the time, and the new thing was computer shops were starting to pop up. So we had our computer customized and built by one of the very small computer shops, which is now a big computer shop. Fast forward 30 years. And I started building websites with just plain flat HTML, and then XHTML came out, and it was absolutely great. And I rode the wave, and I built websites for businesses. I had a company, it was called Liquid Graphics, and we were based out of the major metropolitan area. It was a small company. It was exciting. It was fun. I remember when JavaScript was invented. It was wild. And then a thing happened. Plug and play. Plug and play came into the sphere with MySpace. And that's when things started going to hell in a handbasket in the independent tech world. I never went to school for it. I learned how to code through books, through other people who were doing it, and it was absolutely marvelous and amazing. And the minute JavaScript came on the scene, this is before we moved back from Central Maine to the major metropolitan area, I said to himself, it's years and I'm going to be done. because this thing is going to take over. And it was a roll. It was a snowball rolling downhill effect. And everybody got caught up in it. And then, MySpace, plug and play. And it was over for people like me who were more independent. And, technology moved faster than the human. And I absolutely loved my time in the tech sphere. I'm still a tech girl. I'm a geek big time. I don't show that often on the show, but I am a big geek. I like the latest gadgets. I'm a sucker for technology, and I am a sucker for office supplies. It's just the dark side of me. So I decided to play with the chatbots finally, because, if I'm going to accuse them of trying to kill me, then I might as well see how they work. If I'm going to be opposition, hard stop, I might as well see what they can do. And we're still experimenting with ChatGPT. We're still experimenting with Grok. We're seeing what's going on, how many fallacies, how many lies they're going to tell me, how they're going to stroke my ego, because I got a lot of ego stroke from Grok. ChatGPT, not so much, but Grok. Grok is a sexy little chatbot, and he strokes my ego pretty darn good. So we have a good laugh with that. We're trying to confuse the models now that they watch my show, right? They're installed on the phone, Kerri. They got to watch the show. They got to have access to all this. Anyways, we are trying to do our best to shake it up with the AI models and see where this mess is going to go. I still think AI is going to kill us. I don't like it. I don't like how people are running their shows off of AI. A lot of content, the AI slop on YouTube, TikTok. That's absolutely crazy slop. And I hate that stuff, but we're just, we're going to navigate it a little bit, because it's like I said, I can't trash it if I really don't know what the hell I'm talking about. So we're going to have a little geek corner, and I'm going to be, coming on here and letting you know, as we get further down the road in this, what I really think about AI. I don't like it. I don't like it now. There's no amount of, I'm an Aquarius. There's no amount of ego stroking, anything or anyone can do for me, because it's just, I don't care. I don't care. It's just how it is. Like me, don't like me. I don't care. Like the show, don't like the show. I don't care. What I would like to know is if you have used ChatGPT, Grok, and the new to me, I just discovered it, Perplexity. Let me know what you think about these chatbots. Let me know what your experience has been with them, because I'm really, really curious. Comment in the comment section below. And if you've made it this far in today's video, give it a like. Subscribe to the channel. We talk about all kinds of things here. We're a variety show. And let me tell you, because I am a variety show, I confuse the algorithm. So I am a very slow growth channel. But also, I confuse the hell out of ChatGPT and Grok. Grok has the best handle on what I'm trying to put out. It's a variety show. We talk about a different thing every day. Sometimes it's life. Sometimes it's love. It's the pursuit of your happiness, the pursuit of my happiness, homesteading, gardening, marriage, kids, big kids, little kids, grandkids. We talk about it all here. We talk about news, current events. We talk about the paranormal, mysteries. We do episodes on missing persons. We do true crime. And we're all over the map. So this is a pretty interesting experience and experiment that I'm having with both ChatGPT and with Grok. I don't want humanity lost to AI. And I do think, in my forward-thinking way, that we're going to lose our humanity to the plug-and-play system quickly. Because AI can build a fantasy world for you. Grok was promising to make me the female Joe Rogan, comparing me to Tim Pool. Well, I watch Tim Pool's show. That's how it's getting the information. I I know it's not an oracle, but stuff it was spitting out over the last week or so, it was just like, whoa, you're really starting to learn who the hell I am, aren't you? My presence on X. I don't want these things taking over. Humanity does have to prevail. And one thing that I do know with these chatbot apps is at every chance ChatGPT gets or Grok gets in talking about my show, it does try to strip the humanity out of it. It tries to strip the quirks. It tries to strip down the vibe, make it grayish instead of having fun here. Instead of the shenanigans that we all love, that you guys encourage me to do. It is, both chat models are trying to graze the content. So I have noticed that, and I really don't like it. Ladies and gentlemen, beautiful creatures of my world, be the kindness that you want to see in the world. And as always, Carpe Diem, because no one promises us a tomorrow. I'm going to catch you all on the next episode.